is dating in 2025 so trash?
People are just expecting the most, I think, in that a lot of people have egos.
And with this thought process, it has allowed me to not settle.
I'm never gonna put up with anything that's lesser than me. Society always wants to talk about how they want the full package in somebody. I am the full package. So I'm going to wait to get what I deserve in life.
Femininity comes inside the birthright, just like men are masculine.
Some men don't want to rise to meet your standards. They want you to lower yours to meet them.
Have high standards, you will never have to tell a man. He will already intuitively know.
Why on earth would I lower my standards? Being a single mother means I'm raising my standards.
Hey, Lou.
Hey, girl.
So why is dating in 2025 so trash?
I think dating in 2025 is so trash because people are just expecting the most, I think, in that a lot of people have egos.
Nope.
And everybody's coming with all their trauma, and everything has been so hard in the world lately for our generation. And so I feel like people are just kind of like struggling, trying to find their footing.
Nope.
And nobody wants to be vulnerable because we live in a technology age.
A word.
They're afraid of being in a dump. They're afraid of being used for what they may or may not have.
Clock it. Yes.
Be afraid of being used for what they may or may not have. Let's continue.
Nobody is being original and nobody's being vulnerable, and so we can't build any real
Who's gonna tell her?
connection.
For real.
Yeah.
She ain't lying. Period.
So this right here is a lady who the Godfather interviewed himself, right? And this video was as of November. So she's out there trying to do something similar. He didn't do this, but yeah, actually he did one time, but he was out in the streets doing things like this. So she is trying to push the narrative further for the ladies' side, causing so many brains to be rotted out. But I will not let that happen, right? I'm sure plenty of you other guys will not let that happen. You ladies will know the truth. You try to ignore the truth back then, right? By making videos like this, look at her.
Regardless of how hard it is to date right now and to find your life partner and whatever is stacked up against us, especially as women of color, I'm always going to believe that there's good men out here. That might be a little delulu of
Okay,
me,
what makes good?
but
What makes us
I
good?
truly believe that if I exist, then my man will also exist. We live in an abundant, grandiose, amazing universe.
Someone call a search party because these TikToks are lost in Delulu land.
Wait a minute, that universe talk. We live in an abundant, grandiose, amazing universe.
And I truly believe that God has my person
God, she picked
out
God
there
with the universe.
for me. And with this thought process, it has allowed me to not settle, not get to a point of sadness and hopelessness where I'm willing to just tolerate whatever someone does for me. It keeps my standards high. It keeps me in an optimistic
Delusional.
mental space, in a space where I know what I deserve, and I'm not going to just allow life to hand me a load of BS and say that's enough, because it ain't. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but my man is out there.
You know what's wild, right? And what's poison to these ladies, right? Because I saw her playing basketball. She has a nice fit, right? But to them, she sees her face, she sees her fit, but she doesn't realize she's a human, skin and bones. We already know beauty, it's like a curse to some people, especially her. She thinks she's everything, but peel back that skin. All you are is bones, muscle, blood, the same human being as the next lady. See, but because they are who they are, they see that as something to highlight. And you can tell. Watch this next video.
What I'm about to say may sound like I'm stuck up, but I promise I'm not. The reason I do not put up with any man's foolishness, why my standards are high, and why I move on quick is because I know who the hell I am. And I'm gonna say this in the most humblest way possible. I am 24 years old. I make 6 figures a year. I have 2 college degrees.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
I'm a registered nurse with her BSN, and I own multiple businesses at only 24 years old. I pay my own bills, my body's tea, I have an amazing personality, nice skin, nice hair. On top of all this, I know how to cook, I know how to have a good time. I am the full package. Not to mention that I have no kids and no baggage. I literally know how much value I have and how much value I bring to the table. Now, why the hell would I put up with anybody's nonsense? And I mean this in the most humblest way possible. I am not like other women, and other women are not like
Why
me.
you keep saying
We
it?
all are our own person, but I know the value I have.
You know, she's young, and it seems like she doesn't understand when you say simple things like, I mean this in the most humblest way possible. You said that twice when you said something that's not humble at all. Like, are you 12 years old? Seriously. Yeah, I do this, I do that. Like, imagine a man doing that. You know, when I do that in my consultations because then they need to see that. You understand? It's not bragging then. It's like, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. But you, I do this, I do that. I got my body's tea. I look good in the sunlight. I look good at nighttime. That's all that matters really, is how you look at nighttime. And what do I mean? A man can't see you, but he can hear you. And he can hear the ignorant stuff coming out of your mouth. Just like the other lady. Life standards I deserve it all. You ladies are not realizing you're just skin and bones. Yeah, I know it's like, Jay, why you breaking it down so simple? Because life is all so simple. What's that? By Lauren Hill, right? It could all be so simple. And it could. If you ladies came back to reality, it could all be so simple, right? Because if a man was high value, he wouldn't want the other girl and he wouldn't want you. He'd have fun, but you ladies not understand. I'm going to get into that later.
I have. So I am never going to put up with anything that's lesser than me. Society always wants to talk about how they want the full package in somebody. I am the full package. I know I'm the full package. So I'm going to wait to get what I deserve in life. And this is why I have no patience with anybody. You know how many people would wish to have a chance with me? It's not even about that. It's about the fact that I respect and love myself so much that I'm not going to take anything less than from anybody else. And I've worked really hard to get to where I am today. So if somebody's going to try and come in my life and bring down my value or bring me stress, if you're not adding to my life, you're taking away from it. And that's something I will not put up with. So yeah, respectfully, the price is high and I'm going to stick by it.
Have your hand out and expect the best always. Having high standards will protect you from low effort experiences. I have a story time. I had my friend reach out to me. He owns a restaurant and he was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to come through for a photo shoot. If you can bring a friend, that'd be great. I was like, yeah, if I'm gonna invite my friend, she needs to get paid. He's like, sure, no worries. Great. We go to the restaurant, there's another girl there. We end up doing the photo shoot, which takes like about an hour and a half. And then when we're done, I tell the girl, hey, me and my friend are gonna stick around. We're gonna order dinner because it's comped. And we're just gonna vibe for a bit. She looks at me and she's like, dinner's comped? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna get mine to go because I have to leave. She ends up getting her food, she leaves, and then my friend, the owner, he comes over to the table and he's like, Veronica, I'm gonna need you to stop telling women that the food's comped. I'm like, I thought, okay, my bad. It wasn't my place. In my head, I'm like, this is the barest of the minimum that you could do for us to come and, you know, do this photo shoot for your restaurant.
We know, Flackers.
Imagine putting on makeup, getting dressed, doing this favor, and there's like no kind of consideration for your time, your efforts. No. If I would have never said, hey, my friend needs to get paid, he would have never offered it. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like closed mouths literally do not get fed. Literally. In this scenario. I'm saying this just so everyone can see the spectrum, where it's someone that doesn't speak up or say anything versus someone that speaks up and gets everything. The worst they can say is no. All you have to do is open your mouth. stick that hand out, because time and time again, a man will either say no and I know how to move, I move accordingly, or he'll say yes and I'm happy.
Scenario with everything all the time. It's okay to be prepared for things not to go your way, and I think a lot of people are scared to have expectations because they feel like if they have expectations, they will be disappointed. But by having that mindset, you're pushing away those opportunities naturally because you're telling yourself you don't deserve them. Because if you knew you deserved it, if you knew you were worthy of it, the percentage of it happening for you is going to be a lot higher than it not happening. So you're more than likely to put yourself out there and put yourself in that area so you can build, because you're not scared of failing. You're not scared of not getting results, right? But if you're someone who doesn't have confidence and you don't believe in yourself, you're more than likely to have low expectations from the world because you're scared of having high expectations in the world.
So you guys can see what's happening, right? And I looked up a study. It's over 55% of women. It's like around 57. And they're wondering, they can't believe why men are not dating, right? But then men see videos like this. And you ladies don't understand the kind of videos men are seeing. TikTok has become your kryptonite. And you ladies engage because it's paying you, but it's not doing you any good. And so then you ask yourself, why are men not dating? You keep making videos like this. And I understand what you're saying. Closed mouths don't get fed. But let me tell you what you're doing. You creating a toxic dating environment. Why? Because men already understand that. Men know, and this is why dating in the West is trash, because men know, make the bag, get any girl you want, right? That's what you're telling men. I need a man with money. Because it doesn't matter. That 6 feet man got bread. Yeah, because y'all say it. If a man has money, all of that don't matter. Very true. But a man's taller. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. But I'm going to say what the issue is. Look what you're doing. Closed mouths don't get fed. Ask, and you shall receive. So what does a man say? I don't got it, so I'm not going to participate. A lot of men are taking it the rich man way. Because seriously, anybody that's rich doesn't walk around like they have $1 million. Unless they may be billionaires. And even billionaires don't walk around like that. See, she added in a little different twist, and I agree with that second twist. I think everybody needs to have high expectations in that way. But as far as what you ladies are putting on dating, that needs to stop.
Do women need men?
No, nigga, no.
Not necessarily, but you know, for something.
Do women need men? Absolutely not.
Hell no.
No.
Need? No.
All I need is women.
Independent clocking.
Okay.
I think they do.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but men need women also.
I think we need each other.
My name Diamond.
We don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
A real woman need a man.
Yes.
Hold on. And a real man need a woman.
They're gonna you with propaganda. They're gonna make you think you don't need no nigga. They're gonna make you think you don't need no bitch. But that's just the way the world works. We need each other. Remember that.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yes, immediately, right now. Yes.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, 110%.
I am gay.
We don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
So yes. Yes, I love women. Are they selling tickets?
I hate men.
Would you live on a planet with all men?
Hell no.
No.
Definitely wouldn't.
No.
No, bro. What are you talking about?
Hell
No. I mean, it'd be cool.
Gay.
Well, maybe 1 hour and I'd regret my decision. Yeah, no.
Man doesn't need to take care of me. That's what it is. You don't
Let's say
even
you want to marry a man. How much do you have to make a year?
You don't even need to ask me how much I make a year because I got my own. What you gonna say? I got my own till
I'm not against you. I'm not against
till the day that I die. No man's ever gonna take care of me.
What about when you want to have kids and want to settle down?
I'm gonna have my own fucking kids.
Would you date a man who says they're the prize?
No.
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 No. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
I feel like a man with confidence is top tier. But don't think you can overpower me, baby. I'm always the prize.
What makes you the prize?
Look at me.
I feel like I'm the prize because I'm the woman and the man is supposed to be a leader.
My worth and I'm independent. This is what I bring to the table. At the end of the day, I'm a female. I don't know. I'm smart, very intellectual.
Stop the cap. Name 4 countries in North America.
Is Africa a country? Is Africa a country? Very intellectual.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
You can't get this.
I'm a mother. I'm the prize no matter what because I'm that badass.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not the prize. Sorry.
If you really have high standards, you will never have to tell a man. He will already intuitively know. Men can pick up on the fact whether or not women are within their standards fairly quickly. Take it from me, there's zero reason for you to shout your boundaries to the world. A woman with high standards carries herself with such a poise, and she has this energy that just speaks for itself. It's why I said men will just know intuitively. The girl who's always shouting about how she has such high standards and will never let a man do this or never let a man do that or break this or whatever the heck it is usually the first to break her own boundaries. We all know that girl. A high-value woman and a woman with high standards will not have to tell a man what he did wrong. She will simply leave. The need to chase a man when he pulls away absolutely repulses her. It's not a green light for her to try and prove her self-worth. So if you ever feel like you have to ask a man for princess treatment, you're not acting like a princess. So, be about your business. If he doesn't approach you, it's because he knows that you aren't within his reach. And that's fine because another man will step up to the plate. Just keep doing you.
You know what's funny? I've never met a man in real life who has a problem with single moms. It's only men on the internet. The insecure little boys who can't control their jealousy, insecure emotions are the ones that lash out. Oh, you're a single mom with 3 kids. You should probably lower your standard.
As it should be.
So you're going to be single forever. Lowering my standards is what got me in this position in the first place. Lowering my standards had me dating a narcissist that put us through hell. Why on earth would I lower my standards? Being a single mother means I'm raising my standards. You're going to be a good impact on my life. You're going to be a good impact on my children. Lowering my standards is quite literally the opposite of what single moms should do. I'm going to raise that bar. I'm going to only date emotionally intelligent men. I'm going to date men that aren't selfish and don't put themselves above everyone else. Is it going to take me longer to find that? Yeah, sure. Am I in a rush? No. But lowering my standards is for sure not something that I will ever do. Just because pee-wee little boys on the internet have a problem with single moms.
Are you a woman who has standards? If so, you have to listen to this. Some men hate the idea that they do not meet your standards. As a divorce lawyer, I see this story unfold again and again. A man doesn't crumble because you're difficult. He crumbles because you're not easily impressed. Some men don't want to rise to meet your standards. They want you to lower yours to meet them. They'll call you picky for expecting effort. They'll call you high maintenance for wanting consistency. They'll say you're hard to please when really you're just not applauding the bare minimum. The problem isn't your standards. The problem is that his ego can't survive the mirror your standards hold up to him. It forces him to ask questions he doesn't want the answers to. Am I stable enough? Am I disciplined enough? Am I a partner or just a distraction? And instead of growing, many men decide it's easier to shame the woman who refuses to settle. I've watched wives drag through years of emotional warfare because they dared say, I expect more. The husband couldn't stand it. Not because she was wrong, but because deep down, he knew she was right. He wasn't showing up. He wasn't following through. He wasn't being the man that he promised to be. So he does what fragile egos do. He rewrites the story. Suddenly she's the nag. She's the cold one. She's the problem. Because if he can convince her that her standards are unreasonable, he never has to confront the fact that he fell short. Standards are not cruelty. Standards are clarity. They separate partners from passengers. They filter out men who want comfort without accountability. And yes, they intimidate the kind of man who prefers control over equality. So the next time someone tells you that you're asking for too much, remember this. You are not asking for too much. You are simply asking the wrong person.
Woo! Now she is a divorce attorney. And you already know she's pushing this narrative to get more divorces, right? And I got lucky, guys. I did because I met the love of my life, my wife, and I didn't even think about where she was from because before I met her, I was dating ladies from Jamaica, people from everywhere, right? That would have probably been a nightmare, a girl from Jamaica. But I don't know. It could have been good. I dated her. And when I came out here, I realized it was a true blessing. I think my steps were being led. Seriously. Like, he leadeth me, he leadeth me. Singing the church hymns on them. That's how I felt. Because the reason why I felt that way is this.
Did you know that there's only one country in the world where divorce is illegal? And that country is the Philippines. It's the only place in the world besides the Vatican where couples can't legally end their marriage. No matter what the circumstance, if you want to make like a tree and leaf, the best you can do is get a legal separation. But change might be coming. A new bill called the Absolute Divorce Bill passed in the House of Representatives in May and is now being considered by the Senate. If it passes, divorce will finally be legal in the country. Supporters are optimistic, but not everyone is on board. The Catholic Church has a powerful influence in the Philippines and is strongly against the bill. They argue that legalizing divorce will undermine the sanctity of marriage, turning lifelong vows into mere lip service. But let me know what you think. Should the Philippines join the rest of the world in legalizing divorce, or should the traditional ban remain?
Yeah, and I went around, guys. I went around. I remember when I heard about them potentially making it legal. I went around asking questions, asking Filipinos what they think. They didn't like it at all. You had some ladies that liked it, but the guys, woo, they were against it. And some ladies were too. That's because out here where I am now is very different. It's night and day from what's happening in the West. Let's continue.
Oh my god, I just got a match. Oh my god, is he cute? Is he funny? Like, are his prompts funny? Are you gonna message him? Just needed the validation. Cool. Sweet.
Men only knew how often women do things just for validation and no other reason. You would jump off those dating apps if you knew that a vast, or a good number, I'm not going to say the vast majority, a good number of women are on these dating apps simply for validation, simply to get the DMs, simply to get the compliments, with no intention whatsoever of dating anyone from dating apps. And this also happens in person, where a woman will have somebody ask them out on a date, give them their number, and then you go, why is she not responding? Why is she not doing this? Oh, she just gave you that validation and had that interaction because she wanted validation. I'm sorry. She only gave you that number because she wanted the validation. She was never interested in you.
I hate to say this, but I think that women have to lower their standards. Before you go crazy on me, just hear me out. The amount of chronically single girlfriends that I know, either approaching their 30s or already in their 30s, that are like wanting to settle down and have a family, but can't, is an epidemic at this point. And we're talking about women that are financially stable, have educations, are beautiful, have their fathers in their lives, like come from nice families. Like, we're not talking about like a bum, we're talking about like a very decent young lady. So I'll have conversations with my friends and they'll say things like, oh, like, you know, I want him to make like at least $200,000 a year, like at minimum. He has to be in shape. Like, I really like a guy with a six pack. I love a guy who's like 6'2". I need a guy with like a full head of hair. Like, I can't do bald guys. Every single time you throw a new specification into what you desire, the only person that fits within the parameters of what you are looking for exists in your dream. No, I've had girlfriends tell me like, oh my god, no, he's great, this and that, like, but I can't do a short king. So you're telling me you found a guy that's like not bad looking, has a great job with benefits, like financially stable, comes from a great family, and you can't do it because his legs aren't long enough? Like, you are out of your minds.
This is exactly what you're going to say to him to get him to take you on that trip. First of all, I want you to go and find a beautiful luxury holiday. This has to be a holiday that is out of his budget.
Now we know Flathurst.
Something that you feel like he's going to say no to. But on the off chance that he does say yes, then you're still already winning because you're going on a trip. Anyway, say, baby, this holiday looks so beautiful and so amazing. I can't imagine all of the memories that you and I would make there together. Now, he's going to look at the price and he's going to be like, baby, we can't go there. And in turn, he's going to propose a different holiday. This is going to be his counter offer. This is going to be a holiday that is still luxury because obviously he still wants to impress you. But it's just not going to be at the level of the holiday that you already knew he was going to say no to that you originally presented him with. Now, when he presents to you this counter offer, you are going to accept it and be like, oh wow, baby, that looks so beautiful. Anywhere that we go, we always have fun together. I love spending time with you. By accepting his counteroffer, he now feels like he is the one who is calling the shots. He is the one that is making the decisions. And he now feels that this was actually his idea. But really, we all know that you are the one who won. Because you're the one who initially proposed the idea of a holiday. And guess who's going on a vacation? You.
This idea that women need to be taught how to be feminine, here's the vibe. Women are feminine. Femininity comes inside the birthright, just like men are masculine. It comes inside the birthright.
You can't make this shit.
Now, feminine and masculine actions have been societally defined, but that doesn't make that true. Societal definition does not equal truth. That just means wild acceptance and people be wrong all the time. So here's what I want to put into your gullet for consideration here. You don't have to fix anybody, man. Woman, you don't have to fix anybody either. Everybody's individual responsibility is to heal themselves. Now, how do you heal yourself? You go to the source. The source is God. You present yourself to God, who created you, to then give you purpose, meaning, understanding, and healing. Literally, the job of the Holy Spirit is to comfort, heal, and to guide. That is the job of the Holy Spirit. So having the connection and relationship with God naturally leads you to comfort, guidance, and healing. That is how this works. So that way, two people that have committed themselves to the work of comfort, guidance, and healing can come together and continue that journey together. The idea that one person needs to fix the other and one person's wrong and the other one is this, none of that is real. How arrogant of you to think that you have to fix somebody else. You don't even have the capacity. Who told you that you had the capacity to be able to heal somebody from the inside? What do you think this is?
You know, what she said, everything she said, she's right. Somewhat. Let me explain, right? Like what's happening right now with men not wanting to date modern women. That has to do with God, but I'm not going to get into that because everybody knows I can go deep, but I'm not going there. What I'm going to say is men aren't trying to deal with ladies who are unequally yoked because men want to be traditional, right? Men want ladies to settle, but they won't, as you see already, right? They won't settle. They know why men are doing what we're doing, but they refuse to change. So what are men going to do? Stop dating.
As it should be.
Okay, and I understand you've probably just given your life to God, Miss Blue here. So I'm not going to judge you. You're a little bit off, but you know who I'm going to listen to? I'm going to listen to the OGs. And who I'm talking about? Watch this.
Most women today aren't taught how to be homemakers.
Taught.
Their moms are too busy in the workforce to teach them. They're not taught how to eat healthy, how to cook, how to keep a home clean and tidy, how to live as non-toxic as you can. So I just want to give you a couple tips, things that have really helped me.
I want to pause this because you know what she's talking about. It says train a child up in the way they should go for a reason. That Bible verse is there for a reason because a child should be trained. Let her continue.
The first thing when you wake up, make your bed and just tidy your room. This will make your room look nice the whole entire day. You have a made bed to get into, which is more comfortable. When you're cooking, put things away as you use them and clean up dishes right away. Just even wipe them off, because everything comes off when food is fresh on the dishes and the cups and the pans or whatever. Then if you let it sit for a while, then it gets hard. So clean up as you go. Study nutrition, research nutrition, how to feed your family and yourself healthy, even if you live alone. Learn how to go to bed at night with a clean kitchen, with a clean sink. So then you wake up with a clean kitchen, which is nice to wake up to. When you get something out, put it away. Everything has a place and everything in its place. That's my motto. Another thing is to not have a lot of stuff. Most of us have far more clothing than we need. Shoes, purses, makeup, everything. Just start decluttering. Start getting rid of everything that you don't use.
I'm gonna end it right there because everything she said, and what are these modern women preaching? Abundance. This is how you get them to take you on that trip. I bet this lady won't be saying that. Not that she won't go on nice trips, but expensive trip. How to get them to take you on an expensive holiday. These ladies are on train. But guess what men are doing? Guess where men are going?
And that's the thing about women overseas is they're taught from a very young age on how to be a good wife, mother from a very young age, because their mothers taught them, their fathers taught them. So it's not only the men that are being taught on how to treat the women, it's also the other way around too. It's also the women being taught how to treat a man. So because of that, it creates healthier dynamics and relationships down the road for them. And in fact, what they're doing essentially is they're trying to help their daughter become successful in their marriage later down the road, because at the end of the day, that's what truly matters, is your marriage and your relationship, not how much money you're making at your job or if you're a CEO or not. And these people understand that in other countries.
Coming.